All right, so welcome back to Taku Chronicles. You have me, Reggie Sama.
Rajimcha.
Sama.
What
Wait.
about?
D Money.
Oh, we still don't have Peking.
Yeah, Peking is still out due to family.
The pandas are having a rare birth. You know,
Yeah.
they're endangered. He's got to be there. He's got to deliver the babies.
He's a
Facts.
red panda.
You know, protect
you know.
the protector of the. What is it? What's Kung Fu Panda? The protector of the dragon realm or something?
Yeah, that's who he is.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Beats me.
He's a Tekken player. Those of you out there, come at his panda.
Yeah.
And then
It's only a first fan, I promise.
and you got your boy B-Rad.
B-Rad.
And we are here talking about Shokugeki no Soma.
Shokugeki no Soma.
English
Food
translation.
There is no English.
War.
English.
There is no English.
The American translation.
They can look
Cook
it up.
off right there. Prove it.
Backyard barbecue.
I mean, okay. So here's the thing, right? I feel this goes into, for me, the trove of Japan can make anything interesting and exciting through an anime.
That's facts. I agree with that.
I
could
watched
agree
like
with
The
that.
King of Tennis. It made me want to play tennis. I watched Haku. It made me want
Blue
to
Lock.
play Blue Lock. I want to play soccer so bad.
Man.
So Food Wars. This made us a cook. You're watching Food
Facts.
Network. You're watching Chopped. He's challenging people
Hell's
to
Kitchen.
showdowns. Right. He's cooking it. He can do it a little bit better with a little more flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It starts off with him in a family restaurant. His dad is a typical anime dad, top tier chef. Opens the restaurant, raises his son, and then just runs away. Like, hey, I gotta go cook across the country. Goodbye, son. You know?
Facts. Figure it out.
Stay here alone. It's normal Japanese culture for a kid to be on his own. Figure it
Yeah.
out. But and he finds his way into like a top tier cooking school where he's learning other, like outside of his cool, pop up shop recipes. He's finding some different ways of cooking. He's learning off some friends. But they have the showdowns, and I think but I digress, right? So the funniness about it is the way that they express like the taste buds and then how do you battle in a food war?
By all your clothes coming off.
My dude is whipping my dude is like whipping up a recipe that once you bite it you're like lemons,
It melts in your mouth.
It's very very it's borderline hentai, man.
Yeah.
They play a lot of fan service on that.
It's wild.
At first.
So like episode 1, she's just like the way he roasted the squid.
Yeah.
Into the ocean.
Guys, you gotta try it. You gotta try that peanut butter octopus.
Facts.
Yes. Tricky boy.
Listen,
You'll love
that
it.
with a cup of sake
It'll get you there.
slaps.
Yeah, we're gonna record D Money doing that one day
Nah,
for the
I'll
podcast.
drink 2 cups of sake.
He gonna do the sake and some octopus peanut butter.
Right.
He said it slaps. We want to see it.
I'll do it.
Reggie, fine. Reggie can do it.
Facts.
Crispy squid. I'll try to do it.
That's your redemption
Food
for.
off. We can do it. We can have some videos. Let us know what we want to start making videos. What kind of stuff do you want to see? I will food off. You can food off us. We'll food off you back. It's not. It's.
We're gonna lose.
Food war. We're down.
We're gonna lose.
Nah, I can cook, dude. I'll do it.
I can cook too, but you're gonna get that one person that's just a chef and like,
No,
yeah.
Bring it. But I digress. So, season 1. B-Rad, give me some. What for you? What did it for you? Why did you watch Food Wars? And you're like, I have to watch. This is a 5-season show about cooking, guys. I mean, what pulled you in and was like, I gotta do this?
All them sounds, bro. Just I'm fucking dead. It's just every time they took a bite. That's not really why I watched it, but that's the main reason why I didn't want to watch it. It's that first episode. Literally, he made food at the family restaurant, and she took a bite, and all her clothes just popped off. And she's like, just like, no, why?
The way he cooked the fish, I can taste the ocean. It's amazing. It's amazing.
If you can get past all that lewd stuff, the story is so good. It is.
Really good.
It took me a long time to actually finish it, just because my boy Xavier kept telling me to watch it, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll break down and I'll watch it.
If it didn't have the lewd stuff, I feel like it would have been on Fox. Like, I feel like it would have been like one of those like staple. Like, it gives me like a Yu-Gi-Oh, like that type of anime of like just your like what's gonna happen. He has a long list of people to outcook. He's gonna learn how to do it better, and it's just gonna keep going and going. But like, I don't know, man. The way they write it, the way they do it.
I like the rivalries.
Dude, yeah. Then I started to get into it now.
Bro, I like that. Yeah, it's 5 seasons, but I like that everybody wasn't doing the same thing. It was basically everybody had like their own specialty, and they mastered their specialty. And he comes in like, listen, I'm an all-rounder, and I can do whatever you can do better. Yeah,
He's quick on his toes.
Facts.
They did their research.
Yeah.
You get like like an Italian brother duo, and they're like, I have this like expertise knife that cuts meat just the right way, and I can make meat a certain way nobody else can because the cuts I make. And what was her name? Meat.
Yeah, meat. Yeah, she specializes in protein.
She's got the meat.
Yeah,
She's got the juice. But like. I do love how they.
I'm guessing that's your favorite character, huh?
No. I mean, honestly, if we're jumping in that or this early in the episode of favorite character for me, it's Grandmaster Grandpa, who he takes a bite and out of respect his clothes bust off.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my shirt's gone. He eats the one curry and like he's completely naked. It's like, oh man, he was the winner. He gets it. That's the kind of meal I want. I'm a foodie at that level of I need it.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Watching Food Wars definitely made me hungry. Like, and then like, for example, like even as you said, like episode 1, she was like, I want a meat dish. And he was like, okay, say less. And then he goes in and starts cooking in the back, and he's like, you destroyed all the meat, right? And he's like, yeah, I did. He's like, what is he making? And he decided to wrap a potato in bacon and season it the right way, and she couldn't even tell the difference. And I was like, you see, shit like that is what I kind of want to experience in real life, like
you're like, what?
Yeah,
you put me on. You're teaching me
to
be a
be
little chef here. So, what's the first thing you cooked after watching Food Wars that you just attempt? You're like, oh, I'm doing.
Honestly, I haven't attempted anything from Food Wars. I normally cook like on a regular every so often. Yeah. However, after watching Food Wars specifically, I did go to a Japanese restaurant and tried I think it was their dumplings, and it was something else that I had tried that I can't remember the specific name for it because it was Japanese. Yeah. But yeah, and then my boy B-Rads was telling me that he ordered a bowl of ramen, a Japanese ramen, and now I need to try that ramen. So
from Momohana?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What was it? The one episode. I think it's the season 1 where they had the. He was already part of the school by now. Like he joins, like most anime, he gets pulled into the society. They have a school of the culinary arts.
Yeah.
Where it's the elite only, and they have these like challenges to who moves forward, who graduates at the top of the class, and who doesn't. But they have to do like a express breakfast where they're like in a mall or something.
You can't skip the badass moment where he first came to the school and was like, yeah, I'm gonna beat all of you.
I mean, yeah, of course.
He's just like, no fucks, like I'm going to beat all of you.
I'll dial back. So it starts off where you got a guy, Kai. He's in his family restaurant, and it's in a dying dead location, a real random back alley, but the food is so good, people love it, they go out of their way for it. He sells out usually per day.
Mm-hmm.
There's a real estate company, they want his property, they want the location, they want to sell so they can turn it into condos or something like that. And he's like, he brings her in, he's like, I don't want to do this, I'm sick of dealing with you people. He feeds her a meal that gets her just like moist.
A lot of people are gonna hate that word, Reggie.
Facts.
And it was weird. They're like the Rocket Power or Team Rocket. God, sorry. Team Rocket just coming in trying to ruin things, and he blasts them off. But of course, then he gets this chance to go to the school because of his dad, who's a runaway chef. And
Basically.
he's just blowing everybody away because he's a country bumpkin who has just a silly restaurant and they're all top of their class. Well, obviously he's the guy. He starts winning all these activities. So where we leave off, for me, it's like the first or second one where they're again trying to make like a breakfast pop up and get the most customers.
Mm-hmm.
And he does this like simple omelet where like only in America do we cook it all the way. Like in Europe, Asia, the rest of the world, it's still really moist, like moist.
What, the egg?
Yeah, it's very.
Some of them don't even cook the egg. In Japan, they will have warm rice and they'll just crack the egg on it and mix it and eat it.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you eat it quick, you're good.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I'm not doing that personally.
I just prefer cooked.
Facts.
It makes me happy.
Facts.
But I did. I made it the way he did. Slit in the middle. It was all moist. I was like, I'll try it this way. I threw it over some rice. Delicious. I loved it.
You about to turn people away from our podcast saying moist.
It was, let me tell you. But shout out to my girl Sarah. She did listen to a couple episodes and she was the one who really pushed me and put me onto it. She also cooked a few different like little broth.
Okay.
Videos that they made on the show, so it's fun. I don't know, it really sucks you in.
So we just skipped the word, the Japanese word of the day again. We just keep going into it.
It's all right. We could always do it, save it for the end.
Nah, I'm gonna slide it in here.
Okay.
So, it's obviously a word, but it's more of a Japanese way of answering the phone. You don't say konnichiwa when you answer the phone like how you say konnichiwa to your friends.
So what do you say?
You say moshi moshi.
Moshi.
That's how you say like that's how you answer the phone in Japan. Moshi moshi.
Okay.
Moshi 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 moshi.
I think I've actually seen that before, yeah. In like a movie or something.
You ever watch Good Morning Call?
I don't think so.
You got Netflix?
Yes.
Watch Good Morning Call.
What's that about?
It's based on a novel. It's like a live action. It's like a rom-com. In like Japanese culture and society, these people. It's off topic, but they're two students that are in school and they both try to get their own place and they get scammed and they end up living together, which is looked down upon because you don't live with somebody unless you're married with them.
Yeah.
And they keep it a secret and people start finding out and it's just like a whole thing. And she doesn't like him and he's the most popular kid in the school because he's the top guy. He has all the best grades. He's that guy, best at sports, all that shit. He's the top guy. Everybody loves him and she hates him, but eventually loves him, and they end up dating. And it's a really good TV show. Like I've watched that show like 8 times.
Okay.
Only 2 seasons.
Okay,
but here, have you seen Tokyo Tribe?
What is it?
Tokyo Tribe.
No.
Ooh, you robbed yourself. So
I watched Terrace House.
It's a movie where it's like a Japanese rap opera. It's a wonderful movie about like a turf war and like this just in inner city, deep Tokyo, deep Japan. Like they're like telling the story, but like everybody's just rapping the whole time. And it's actually really, really good. It's really good. 100% check it out. 100%.
Okay.
Give me, say it in a rap and I'll check it out.
I mean,
you say you rap. You was talking about me and getting on the track.
Collab, man. Yeah.
Give me a rap and I'll check it out.
I mean, don't take a mental crap. Watch the movie about rap. Get excited. Give me that. What?
This guy.
Hey.
I think you need another shot. All right, so back to Food Wars. How many characters did they mainly show in season 1?
Jesus.
main characters.
Dude, I mean, how are you?
Bro, in episode 1 alone, there was like 5 main characters at least.
More than that. I mean,
yeah, like there's a lot of main characters.
The kids that he was going toe to toe with, the one that was making like the.
No, even before that, like they showed like the kids from his regular school were main characters, and then when he got into the prestigious school, they had kids from the prestigious school that was main characters, like
the people in the neighborhood that were main characters.
bro. Yeah,
like there's a lot. There's a lot of just lore in freaking Food Wars.
Facts.
It's good. I mean, I think that's what makes it great.
Yeah.
Because there's so many other directions to go than just cooking, but God, they do it well. They do it very well. So what though? I mean, there's an up and a down. So what do you dislike about it?
Honestly, the reactions sometimes are like a bit over the top. You know, I'm not saying all the reactions are bad, but like a lot, like some are just unnecessary.
Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's like you've built up a certain story. Okay, let's just get through this. Like, give me my answer. I would feel that way if I heard the answer to this whole lore.
Yeah, you know,
versus you moaning over the broth.
Facts. You know.
I don't know. I mean, some people might like that.
But
like Gino.
Besides
listening
that,
in the dark.
Just turn the TV around.
Quiet.
I'd probably just say like I don't know. Like I feel like it was a decent storyline. I like the different battles that they had to do.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like I can't put my tongue on it, but I feel like it just was missing something. But I don't know.
It was like I feel like they were surprised they would do so well. Like
yeah,
it was,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like put out there just like I don't know, a chef.
Yeah,
people like Food Network chef, and it was good. But it was very just your typical. It could have been Beyblades.
Yeah.
You know, because Beyblades is just a kid who's following his father who was really good at spinning tops.
Yeah.
It's the same concept of like I cook and I go here and there's a goofy senpai who somehow gets naked all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
There's a serious girl. There's a busty, doesn't get that she's sexy girl. You know, there's these same characters that fall like Yu-Gi-Oh had all the same. You know, best friend who's kind of a dick and. This girl's kind of hot, but she doesn't even get it. And then a little nerd with us, but I'm Yu-Gi-Oh, part of the cards. It had that, but I don't know, man. I loved it. Oh.
Yeah.
I want to cook right now, just talking about it.
Yeah, that's one thing. Food Wars will definitely make you want to go home and try some things, or at least go out to eat.
Yeah, I deserve that.
Yeah, these like they made some dishes. Stuff that you probably wouldn't even think about trying. They, you know.
It definitely makes you hungry.
Yeah.
It definitely makes you hungry.
Like, and I like
if you don't eat all day and you watch that, you be like, man, I gotta pause this.
Facts. I also like that it's not like yes, it's about food, but I like how they had like different cultures of food. You know, so like Indian, Italian, like it wasn't just like we're Japanese, so we're just gonna do Japanese food, or we're American, we're gonna do American food. It
started off with like how different and cool he cooked Japanese food, and then like I'll learn how to cook it this way in Switzerland and France, and and then he just kind of expanded there, and they really put a highlight on different cultures. And that was pretty dope. And I'm hungry. So.
It's probably that doobie you smoked outside.
Being good.
How you gonna go home and eat?
Nah, I felt that. I want to talk about after this.
You try them chicken empanadas?
I haven't yet.
Oh my god!
I saw the video on
good.
TikTok.
That's so good.
Okay. I gotta try it.
So who is your favorite character? Season 1.
Season. I don't remember who's in what season.
All right.
It's been a hot minute.
Just do favorite character.
My favorite character is Alice Nakari.
Okay.
That's the
cousin of the Golden Tongue. Okay. She was the one with the white hair.
Yeah, she was using like futuristic machines basically to cook her dishes.
Yeah.
There's a specific name for the machine, but like, the machines basically.
Yeah,
she was a big machine cook.
I liked her. She's something else.
Like cryo.
Yeah, like
What was it called? The neo cooking, but yeah. She was pretty cool. I do like her.
It's just hard to talk about Food Wars because it's all the same. It's all cooking and cooking and cooking. Like, we can't really go too much into detail.
Like, well, what do you think makes it good? What makes it good for you? Because it does
just
suck you in. Like, it does really like.
I like how they do the battle, like the show offs.
Yeah.
They make it to where you have competitions and you gotta get a certain score.
And I get that for sure.
Yeah.
What
And
about you?
I like how, like, even going off of what B-Rad said, like, in the tournament, they're like, okay, I have these 3 judges. I know this judge likes this a certain way, this judge like this a certain way, this judge like this a certain way. So when they cook, they keep in mind what their, I guess, like, their customer wants specifically, and they I don't know how to put it into words, but basically, like,
didn't they all have to use like the same ingredients?
Yeah, they use
but
the
make
same,
different dishes.
Focus.
Yeah.
I hear you though. She like where he started winning only because he was focusing on the judge.
Yeah.
And how the judge's interpretation of this meal was gonna be.
Yeah.
That was.
One judge might taste, oh, this is pork belly. Another judge
I
might be
don't
like,
like
oh, this
this.
is steak. Another judge might be like, oh, damn, that's some good chicken.
He
Like,
pulled in every aspect of the sea and
facts.
this fish is from this region and all these ingredients are from this region.
You know, like, it was like no
my shirt's off.
no flavor was wasted in this entire dish. You know, like,
You had to have that umami.
yeah,
That
yeah,
umami. If you didn't have that umami, you got some points lost.
facts. You know, the rice was well seasoned, well proportioned. The meat was well seasoned, well proportioned.
They didn't
The
want you to.
sauce
They didn't want
on
you
the
to have the
plate.
sauce in the rice. They didn't want you
Yeah.
to mix it, but certain judges wanted it mixed. They
Facts. If
they
you
just
wanted
had
a
it.
different flavor, you know, you could cut the meat a specific way that the sauce would spill into the rice to
Yep.
cause new flavor. Like,
Get
it's
that
just
maximum umami.
facts. It was just, you know, like, I like
That
how
fifth,
I like
that
how it
fifth
had
taste, but
options. Facts. You know, your one dish could turn into a whole different dish by one move. You know.
They did teach me.
that's like whenever Soma made that one dish with the eggs and the rice for
Yep.
Nakari,
That's what I'm saying.
and she was like, "No, it's not good." But in her head, she was just
Oh
all you see was
God.
Soma just like naked
This
flying
is the
around.
most amazing eggs on rice I've ever had. Yeah,
Right.
like, it blew her away. It is actually really good. If you guys haven't done it, do it. It's like, why haven't I done this?
Facts.
And the way they make their souffles and everything, man, it's just
Art.
food is art.
Food is art. Listen, if I could just go on a food, like, if there was a food tour for around the world and I could just go on it for like a month, just go on a month long just food binge.
Man, Akeem would come back reincarnated as fucking like
a fucking
Super.
ball.
he come back looking like Choji.
I'll be round.
But no, man, like I feel it. I'm super foodie to where if I'm traveling or I go anywhere, I'm worried about what's to eat there.
Facts.
So since this podcast is mainly food related, what? I mean, it portrays to the anime, but it doesn't. What dish from a different country have you tried that is your favorite?
Can I use my home, or does that not count?
Yeah.
You live here.
No, that's,
You live here.
You know what I mean.
That's different. You know, I think so.
Okay. Well, you can give us 2 then.
Okay, I could do 2.
What about? All right. What is it, Reggie? Favorite different country dish?
It's tough. So I recently really got into Indian food.
Okay.
And there's like a spinach kind of. It's a soup. It's a soup, but like just Indian food in general, like what they use as far as like spicy, sweet, and savory.
Indians like spicy stuff.
And what just the way it's mixed together, it's flavors you would never expect, but that like I don't know, when they come together, they really do. But that with like a fruit naan, oh, amazing. So I'm diving into that culture.
What's
as
it
far as
called?
like that. Ooh, green. I don't want to butcher it. I'm not 100% sure. I'll come back to you with that, but I'll for now just say naan and hummus. I'm a big hummus guy. If you really go to like a good Indian restaurant and get like fresh hummus with naan, it's all about the naan. You know, there's a lot. I'm sure you know, Sarah. There's a lot of like African restaurants as well, or like Middle Eastern places that like the naan is everything. Depending on the soup and the spices that you get, like the naan that's cooked in different ways and with different things really make a difference. So,
Okay.
you know what I mean, I've got in that pretty heavily the last 2 years.
Okay.
So how about you?
So
I'm
you see,
interested.
so
Put me on to what?
first one is biased, right? Because I'm from the Caribbean.
Okay.
So the first one is Caribbean based, and I'm gonna give you two from the Caribbean because you know it depends on like your flavors and your taste buds, right? Since you specifically said Indian food, we're considered West Indian, right?
Right.
So we have a West Indian dish called roti and curry chicken.
Curry. Curry is my jam.
And basically, there's two ways to eat it, right? You can either get it wrapped like a burrito. It's not. We don't make it with tortillas. We basically make ours differently with flour or baked a certain type of way.
Yeah.
But that's one way to eat it, and it basically has the curry chicken, the potatoes, and everything inside. And you could get like a side of like pumpkin or mango chutney, which is basically like a sweet sauce.
Oh yeah.
Or you can get it like on a plate, and it'll be roti, the mango chutney, the curry chicken and the potatoes, and the pumpkin, and you eat it with your hands and you mix it all together, and man,
I had like a brown sugar mango chutney, and if I could just taste that again, I would choke a baby puppy. Like right here, right now, in front of everyone, I would do it. Like,
you said a baby puppy?
Baby puppy.
Listen,
crying and everything.
listen,
It was
I'm
so
telling you,
delicious.
It's delicious.
I can go downstairs and get a baby puppy right now.
If you were gonna bring out mango, like cinnamon chutney, then I mean, watch out.
All right, what about American dish?
Wait, there's one more. The other one is a all-time favorite. Everybody should know. It's red beans and rice with jerk chicken, and most people usually eat it with cabbage. But I would recommend like we have something called callaloo on the side, or a nice macaroni salad. You know.
Okay. What was the first one?
It was curry chicken and roti.
No. What was the first side that you said before the?
It's red beans and rice with jerk chicken and cabbage. Or if you're not a cabbage fan, you could use macaroni salad.
Wait, no. But you said something before macaroni salad. You said a name.
Oh, callaloo.
What is that?
So
yeah,
callaloo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, my bad. So there's a I don't want to mess up the correct terminology, but callaloo is basically a plant that grows in the Caribbean, and you basically blend it up and stuff. And when you blend it up and add seasoning to it, it turns into like not really like a paste, more like it's not a sauce or a paste. It's like an in between of the two.
Is it like kind of like a coleslaw then?
Yeah, you could say it's kind of like a coleslaw,
but just
right?
like something different.
Yeah.
Hearty. What would you compare it to, like kale or?
No.
So like chefing it up.
Like it has
Food
a very
Wars.
subtle.
Just the way you explain it, it seems like a Caribbean version of like kimchi to me.
Or like I feel that.
Actually,
kimchi or
I could see kimchi, because it looks like this.
Okay. That looks
like
great.
the green.
Yeah, it just looks like a paste.
That's what the soup I was talking about kind of looks like.
Yeah. So, but you can eat it by itself, but like you put it usually on your rice or something, and you eat it that mixed in with your food. So those are my two Caribbean dishes.
I need to have curry like.
All right.
Twice a month.
What's a dish? What's a dish that?
So not American, right? Or Caribbean. When I went to Europe, I went to Poland, and in Poland they have something called a pierogi, right?
Well, I mean,
what?
They have pierogies here.
Yes, but it's not American. It's
it's made different too. Yeah, I know what you mean.
But the pierogi was delicious. For those of you who aren't aware, It's basically a dumpling containing meat, vegetables, cheese, fruit, or chocolate. And yes, they did have a chocolate pierogi. It was too sweet for me because there was too much chocolate in it. However, there may be some people out there that do like that, you know?
I'm a pierogi fan, but
I like pierogies.
That's interesting, biting into it and it being chocolate.
Yeah. They had chocolate. My favorite, they had a spinach and cheese with bacon on the side. Yeah, man. And they make a special sauce. I can't remember the name of the sauce right now, but you basically mix it with the sauce, and it's like heaven, you know. It's like
Food Wars.
yeah.
Aww, right. I'll do that. That's me on pesto. Like the second I get a mouthful of pesto.
Listen, I have not ate anything that I feel like I want to take my clothes off, but you know,
Not yet.
Take you
Yeah,
to some
you know?
restaurants,
Not yet.
buddy. I'll take you out.
listen, I'm down. I love food, you know.
Okay.
What about you, B-Rats?
I like Asian dishes a lot. Like, I mainly eat Asian food.
That's valid.
So
I heard their food is healthier than ours, anyways.
I mean, it's not
Dude,
it's not processed
everywhere.
like ours.
Everywhere is healthier. Like American food is illegal outside of America. You know.
That's true. Yeah.
That's
Because we process everything, and that's what kills us.
It's funny because even like if you go to McDonald's and stuff outside of America, it tastes way better.
Yeah.
Outside of
Yeah,
America.
yeah, it has to by law. Like we're like
Yeah.
use this oil.
Facts.
So-
Soak it super fast.
Facts.
So, I would say one of my favorite dishes is a Filipino dish called. You can make it two different ways, but I like it with chicken. So it's Chicken Bicol Express,
Pickle.
and the way that it has garlic, ginger, onion, and a bunch of other stuff that's mixed into it. It starts out as a stir fry. Then you add coconut milk and peppers, what kind of peppers you want. I usually use Carolina Reaper because I'm fucking nuts. I like spicy food.
You don't want to enjoy it.
Oh, this shit don't bother me.
I just want to have a mouthful of razor blades.
I got fucking
That's all I really want. You know?
I got a bunch of frozen Carolina Reaper peppers downstairs.
I'm a man.
You want one?
Food. Do I want a Carolina Reaper
Yeah.
right now? No.
I'm all about that. I did the one chip challenge.
I was all about that. We had it in the air, you know. We did that once upon a time.
But yeah, so the Chicken Bicol Express, like they add coconut milk and you let it just like all marinate together, and the broth that's in it after it's all done it's just so fucking good. Till you choke on the fucking the Carolina juice that goes in your throat.
Dude.
But they have, you can make it with pork too. Besides that, I'm a real big chicken curry guy.
Absolutely. That's where
Love me some chicken curry. I make that shit all the time.
I've been trying to experiment, make my own.
I make
turmeric,
next time I make
though,
it.
it's hard to cook.
I have to make it when you guys come over one time.
Dude,
Okay.
Hey, have a little food wars.
I'm down for a food war.
You can try my cooking.
That's fine.
Why not?
Yeah.
You like curry?
I do.
You like curry?
I love it.
Food Wars likes curry.
Yeah. Food Wars
Like
like curry.
rules.
Yeah.
Get real.
Listen, I just love food. Food as a whole.
So what test? Like in season 1, right? He's going through these tests. He's going through these like trials of like they're trying to force him out. Can you even really compete with us being in the school? What test do you think you could absolutely have won? Like
Meat.
Like us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I am a firm believer in anything I eat or cook has to have meat in it.
Okay.
So I feel like I could
Carnivore?
I could
I don't know. I don't know about that. Because what if the judge said you had to use fish?
you see
You're fucked.
To
no
me,
well,
fish is meat.
so
though.
fish is meat, but like
But you're allergic.
like if I'm in a cooking school, right? Obviously, they would know like, well, I'm allergic, so there might be an exception to that rule because like literally, if I cook it, like yeah, I can't eat it, but if I cook it, like my face starts sweating, like that's technically out of my hands, so I don't feel like they would.
They break up the category of seafood too. So
yeah, you know,
are you allergic to like shellfish?
I'm supposedly allergic to like, when I took the test, it was like you're allergic to shrimp, but you can eat lobster. Some dumb shit so like that. So like, it didn't make sense to me. So I was like, I'm just not, you know. It was like, yeah, you're allergic to salmon, but you could eat this other fish. Like, so I was like,
you ever tried octopus?
No.
You ever tried eel?
No. So here's my thought process, right?
Eel is good.
You eat blowfish? I ate a blowfish.
I don't think I have.
I
ate shark.
I was reckless in my 20s, man.
The Caribbean love shark. We do something called bacon shark, which is basically like you take this flour, you knead it into like a dough, and then you fry it instead of baking it, so the outside is nice and crispy, but the inside is soft. And then you cook the saltfish. You fry up the saltfish as well. I mean, not the shark. We do saltfish, but we also do shark with the seasonings and stuff. And then you put it in the bake, and you eat like this nice crispy bacon shark. I haven't had it. However, people that eat it.
Is it fried like bacon?
What is like what?
Like you said, bacon shark. How is it prepared?
Oh, so bake is basically like a bread, right?
Yeah.
And you start off with flour and you knead it into like a dough.
Okay.
And then you fry the bake, right?
The way I'm thinking of it, think of it like
a fried meatball.
A popcorn shark meat, like popcorn shark with bacon.
Okay.
That's the way I'm thinking of it.
So
I'd eat that.
It looks like that when it's done.
So it looks like a sandwich?
Yeah, basically. But it doesn't taste like if you think of a sandwich and you taste this, it's nothing like what you can imagine tasting, if that makes sense.
You ever had alligator?
Because it's not actually bread, it's the original.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
Okay. That's like actual Japanese noodles, how they make their own noodles, fry, all that.
Yeah.
Non-processed.
Yeah. Okay.
Eel is good. I don't know if you can have eel though, but eel is pretty good.
Sushi, big sushi.
Yeah. No, like actual fried eel. Like you take the eel, put it on the grill.
Yeah. Hibachi.
It's pretty good.
I love it raw.
I mean, I eat it raw too, but
it's not really raw though, right? Like sushi is actually steamed.
No,
it's sashimi that's raw. It's pure raw. Like there's still
it just depends on the sushi you get.
Yeah, like depending on what it is, there's supposed to be a certain level of prep work where it was like somewhat.
And then this is roti, the curry chicken, chana or chickpeas, what Americans use, and then the mango chutney.
Dude, do you have family reunions when they cook this together?
So yes.
Dude,
however,
what's up, man?
My family is either in Canada or the Caribbean. Yeah.
Not around here?
No.
At all?
My mom cooks, but she cooks more like, she might do like Americans do baked macaroni, right?
Yeah.
We have something called macaroni pie. It's not the same.
Okay. Not cheesy? Like
no, I can have other people tell you what it's like after the podcast.
Okay.
However, it's amazing. And we'll do like Spanish rice, which is basically rice, carrots, and like sweet pepper cut up into the rice.
Okay.
With like macaroni pie on the side and like a stew chicken or like a baked chicken or something.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah.
Okay, what was your favorite dish that Food Wars have made?
My favorite dish,
just by like looks, because I mean you probably haven't tried half of that stuff.
I know, right?
Like which one would you want to try
the most? There's some part where they all cooked the chicken, but it was like I remember him winning because the way he cooked it was so like he was so gentle with the way he cooked it. Crap, what was that? I don't know, man. You know what? A more defined one, I'm honestly gonna say squid and peanut butter. 100%. Like you say that, but I feel like a crispy squid with peanut butter. I love peanut butter. I'd eat it. I like the joke of him constantly being a goofball and trying to like experiment with flavors. But no, the curry, honestly, because the curry, it was like a huge moment. It was a huge tournament thing for him. He didn't win. Sorry, spoiler. And I liked it at the time. I was really getting into it, and it was like kind of taught me how to cook it and make my own. I've not mastered it. I want to make a really good one. I haven't gotten that good. I keep being real stingy with the turmeric, but it's good. Yeah. I did like that. Just like I like Naruto teaching me how to be a Jonin and teaching me the way of the ninja. Yeah. I feel like they're teaching me the way of the cooking show.
Yeah, like food is so good, and then like it's funny because like how cooking you'll be like, all right, I want to make this, right? And then like either A, you make a mistake, or you stumble upon something even greater. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's why I love cooking. That's why I love eating, you know? Because like even like Japanese, like some videos I've seen, like they'll be eating a dish and you can eat it this way, and then you add this one sauce, and then the whole dish, it has a different flavor now, you know? Like, man.
What dish would you want to try from Food Wars?
Probably one of Meat's dishes, only because I'm a fan of protein. So
of course, she
like
feeds you. She makes sure you
like
a good bite.
The way she was cutting up that pig in the when they first met, it just made me feel like, damn, you know, like, and I love ribs, right? Love ribs. So I could just imagine if I'm like, listen, I need me the best ribs you can make. She's gonna get me like ribs from like a top cow tier, from the mountains or something, you know, like
the most expensive
facts, you know, it's gonna have one rib on it, but it's gonna be the best rib I've ever had, you know, like,
and cook it perfectly for what type of meat it is, and lock in the flavor, you know, to the maximum capacity. Like
I'm saying,
I want Mimi's food. Yeah, I'd love to eat Mimi's meat.
What about you?
Probably whenever he had to go outside and catch his fish. That fish dish he made. Cool. That one looked real good.
That's the one, the ocean.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
What about you, Richie?
He already said what he was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit. My fault.
That's all right. That's all right.
He wanted to try meat.
Yeah.
Not the dishes.
Food Wars. So, okay, like, what pushed you through to see 5 seasons? Because I didn't get that far. I got 1 and 2.
The story was just good. Like, once you got past all that fan service,
yeah,
the story, like, every time they cooked, it was just always like something happening. Someone was always trying to help out Megami and other people just so they could stay in there. But at the same time, like, he still had to do what he had to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He had to be there. He wanted to be there. It was competitive.
And then the fact that he had to go and do all these other tournaments and win because he wanted to be better than his dad.
Yeah. The only way up is to practice.
He didn't even need practice. That
practice.
Man was fucking just...
The only way to get better is to keep doing it, yeah.
Going through, like, he's like, yeah.
Some more experience.
Yeah.
In different ways, different techniques.
Yeah. And he definitely did learn a lot of different techniques from all the other, his classmates and everybody, like different ways to cut it, different ways to fry it, different ways to
Didn't he lose? Didn't he lose to that Italian guy the first time?
The Italian guy? I don't know if he lost to the Italian guy, but I know he lost when Alice and them came in for the first time, the first go around.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he lost to the Italian brothers.
So I think he lost the Indian dude.
Yeah, he did lose the Spice guy. Yeah.
Yeah, Spice.
Yeah.
Spices. Dude.
I mean, it's understandable because he was the master in spice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had hit him with that salt like the one guy.
Yeah.
Facts. I mean, even when he first found out about the 10 seats, the 5 seats, he was like, oh, I'm gonna just become seat number 1, and you know it wasn't as easy as he thought. You know, they actually were big time chefs.
Shut him down.
Yeah.
I like the girl.
Facts.
What's the love interest name? What's her name? One who hates him for being a commoner, but also is like, oh, this food's so good.
Her last name is also Nakari, but I can't remember her first name first. Hold on, let me pull up the facts.
His pancakes are so moist.
Don't tell me. Just say what it starts with.
All right.
Because I feel like I should know this.
It starts with an E.
Erina.
Yeah, Erina Nakari. Yeah.
The God tongue.
The God tongue. Facts.
Oh man.
Reggie wants to find out what that does.
Prove it.
All right. What about going into the quote? Because I mean, all of them is just tournaments. We can't really, like I said, we can't really just break down every dish they make.
Well, I mean, I would say too that I liked how they had that, like, it started with just, okay, we don't like you, we don't think you're good enough, we're gonna challenge you, and then it got into the food wars, and then what was the name of that group that was like the higher level chefs, like the one kid that always got naked was one, and his dad was one.
Yeah, they were. Hold on. I don't think they were called the 10 seats, but like, hold on.
No, I think you're right. Like 10 chairs or top chairs.
The big dogs.
The Elite 10. I think it's called the Elite 10.
So do you see him challenge them all? I mean, I feel like that's where it goes.
Yeah, he challenged them all, and he becomes one, but he's not the top one, but because he can't beat the number one.
Yeah, I think he
challenged the number one many times, and he can't beat the number one.
He didn't even get past 7.
Yeah.
Okay. He got, I think he got to the 7th or like 8th spot, and then he just like tried to skip everybody.
Yeah.
And kept trying to get to the top.
Number one, yeah. Okay. He did beat 2 of them though. He did beat them.
He's got to slow it down, go through them all.
But he was like, "Listen, I'm good to fight number one," and he was like, "You might want to go back into the kitchen. You know, you need a couple more years.
Try again."
Yeah. And like, no matter what the dish was, like the number one just kept beating him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
But the best quotes from Food Wars. Yoma Sukahira. He said, "Don't think of unnecessary things. Just make a dish that suits you." And I feel like he was just trying to say, like, people overthink too much in life when you could really just simplify it, you know? And life is easier simplified, you know, less stressful, you know? And if you're a true chef, you know, your thoughts and your mind and everything would just be one with the knives and your cooking utensils and your spices, and you know, it'll just be a great dish by the time you're done.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I guess that leaves my manga shout out. Minute for the
your manga 10-minute
read writers. So no, dude. Where I would say is with Food Wars and being inspiring with the lusty moments of having some yummy food. I wanted to throw a shout out for something called Dead Tube. So it's a weird, dark, twisted manga about like a kind of YouTube service that gets started, but it's more so like you get views and points for doing things that are exciting enough to keep viewers watching your stuff. And everyone's competing for the top spot, who got the most viewers, who got the most stuff, and obviously like intense sexual moments and murder are getting you the most views. So it just really gets deep and crazy and very hentai-ish very fast, but it's honestly a really good story. It goes from being an app to a show
to black market shit.
Weird AI. It gets crazy to like a real world show. It's interesting how they go from arc to arc, but just a random. You're trying to find something interesting to read while you're in between good books or good chapters, episodes, killing time. DeadTube. DeadTube is crazy. It'll take you on a ride. So with that, I mean, oh my gosh, you gotta post this in the comments. What is this?
This is a Japanese dish from Turan, Poland. They had a authentic Japanese restaurant, and they specialize in different ramens. I can't remember what this one was. I think it was just like a chicken ramen.
Yeah, because that doesn't look like that's definitely not pork. It's corn. There's the egg. That's how they make the eggs in Momohana.
Yeah,
it's definitely chicken breast.
But
so let me ask you guys: if right now, right, we go to Japan.
I'm not coming back.
The second you touch down, you're there.
Podcast over.
What's the first thing you want to eat?
I feel like it depends on the time of the day.
If it's breakfast, depends on where you go.
Because like if
depends
it's
on where you go.
Time, I want some kind of like Japanese breakfast.
Okay.
If it's like lunchtime, I want like a Japanese lunch, and if it's dinner, like like it depends on the time of day. But it would definitely like if it's morning time, like I know. I could be getting this confused, but I know they love rice, right? So like
all Asians love rice.
Yeah, so like
that's not even a stereotype either.
Guys.
It's not.
I would probably want like some kind of like egg fried rice with something like that along the lines for breakfast. For lunch, I would definitely want to try like one of their ramen bowls, because the ramen bowls look so good, you know.
Oh yeah.
And then for dinner,
some tonkatsu.
What is that?
Pork belly.
Oh, I don't know. I'll probably try it.
They have it at
like
Momohana.
Some kind of nice dessert, like a Japanese dessert, you know.
Have you seen their desserts? Oh my god.
I've seen some of their ice cream desserts.
You know their ice cream desserts never melt.
I didn't know that.
What? They have ice cream that does not melt.
Is it real ice cream?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Huh.
That's interesting.
You have to.
What about you, Reggie? What would you want to try?
Sushi.
Valid.
Sushi. I'm a sushi guy, and just to sit somewhere with someone rolling it all day, different types, like I 100% would want to do that.
That's valid.
I need to do that when I go. Like I have to have one day that's just all sushi.
You sound like you probably want to eat like a live squid or something. You know?
I would. Oh, absolutely.
You'd have to sign a waiver.
I do. Yeah.
I ain't doing that.
You have to sign a waiver for that because you could die if they don't cut it just right.
Mm-hmm. Puffer fish.
Yeah, and it's a little bitter. It was bitter and chewy, but like, you feel like a man. Oh, that's tough guy.
Dip it in the sauce.
The live squids, I would do it. Why not? I would do it.
I saw a video of somebody eating it, and like, I don't know. I feel like it wiggling down your throat is an interesting feeling. I feel like I'll probably throw up.
I think chewing it up and knowing that you're killing it in your mouth is extreme for me. You know, I'm just like,
okay, that's valid.
That's feeling it squirm around or like chewing it so it doesn't choke you.
Yeah,
you don't chew it. If you go to eat a squid, you swallow it. You just swallow it.
I would have to chew it. I couldn't have it move around my stomach, dude. That's too much for me. I'd throw it right back up.
You wouldn't be able to chew it. It's just gonna suction cup everything. You have to suck it down.
I would have to mull it and munch it into paste. I would have
to. You wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't be able to.
No way. I would have to eat it with something else. And it's getting chewed up, so it's getting chewed up too. I couldn't eat it, so I know you're supposed to. I couldn't do it because think of it like clinging to your like inner.
Facts.
Yeah, but trying to chew it, it's gonna be worse. Each arm has a mind of its own.
Look, man, and they're sticking to my teeth, which is better than my throat. I'm telling you.
That's valid.
Food Wars.
What about you, Brad?
Man, if I went to Japan right now, I'd probably want to try their homemade bubble tea or any matcha tea they have.
Okay.
And then food-wise, it'd be like probably mochi.
Ooh.
Like homemade mochi.
Okay.
Not the imported shit that we get here, like fresh homemade mochi.
Okay.
Or daifuku.
What's daifuku?
It's It's a rice cake,
Okay.
but like flavored. Like they have different flavor. It's almost like a mochi.
Okay, that's valid.
They're pretty good. Pretty good. The rice cakes are pretty good.
I've had a rice cake. Well, it was in America, obviously, and it was from a pack, but it was hard as shit, and it was just tasted like a freeze dried Rice Krispie treat, like without how.
But you know what?
No, freeze dried Rice Krispies with no sugar. It just tasted like that to me.
They're big on the convenience store, and sometimes you do have to pour like a cup of water on it and put it in the microwave, and like you know what I mean. Like there's some prep work.
Okay.
No wonder maybe you missed out on some
on mochi.
Dude, there's some weird stuff like that. You know those convenience stores, like that's a big thing too. Like I 100% want to go to like those all day convenience stores that have like.
You know what? That just because you bring that up.
Freaking yeah, dude.
Just because you bring that up, if we went to Japan, we'd have to bring Gino.
Have to.
Because this man, the first thing he's gonna do is find that used panty vending machine.
Dude.
This man is.
He's Master.
He's
Roshi,
wild.
Young Roshi.
He's wild.
But no man, I mean, come on. If we're going there. I 100% have to go to the red light district.
Oh, yeah.
Cook up something there. Do a little pop up.
You know you're not allowed to go into the brothels.
Why?
Because we're not Japanese.
So what?
They have it strict for their nationality because safety protocols and reasons. So you have to. It's.
But you know what?
It's because
more, though, but like because of
the safety words.
They're at a. I get that.
If you can't pronounce it right, they're not gonna stop.
They want money. I think that they speak English. There's some English speaking ones. Come on.
Yeah, but they don't care about that. If we're not Japanese, we're not allowed in there. I mean, there might be some that you could sneak into, but
I know they're like in a decline because the men are intimidated by the women who speak English, and like the women are very.
That's why we need to find Gaijin hunters.
Hungry for.
You know what a Gaijin hunter is?
Gaijin.
You know what that is?
What's a hunter? What's a Gaijin hunter?
You don't know what that is?
No, tell me.
It's a Japanese woman that wants a foreign man just to boast about it.
There's a lot of that though.
Yeah.
So I don't think you go without. It's a good place for love. You know that if you, it's in the national budget to where if you open a like love cafe or some sort of dating environment for the Japanese culture to mingle and then procreate, that the government will pay you to have it. Like your rent's free, and they supply you with the materials you need to run your business.
I didn't know that.
100%. So like, if I run away, or you just set up Otaku Chronicles, the cafe.
Yeah.
Bro, we could do it. We could live out there.
Yeah.
Buy an old house. That's also real big right now. People are buying these super old houses and they're flipping them and updating them because they're super cheap. Like you can buy a house for like $3,000. But it's just really old and old wood, and you have to replace it. It's a lot of money to replace.
But like you could do it slowly, you know.
Right. Over time, just live down there and chill.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Coming soon, Otaku.
Right.
That'd be the dream.
Otaku goes to Japan. Yeah.
Nah, that'd be the dream. I'm telling you guys would. That'd be the end of the podcast because I wouldn't come back. I promise you.
For me. I'd probably gain 400 pounds. Just
Fact.
Go into sumo.
Okay, here's a real question. And it's not even Food Wars related. But if you went to Japan, what city do you want to visit? What's the main city you want to go to?
Okinawa.
Why? Because you know they have a different dialect.
Yeah. And they don't like Americans there. There's a strong, rich... I mean, it's touristy, but then there's also, like, the true... There's a strong, rich history of, like, the war, and they have the museum there with the people who were burned to the walls, and there's some
more
cool,
Nagasaki.
And really, for me, it's a cool mix between city and, like, go out to the country and see some shrines. There's a lot of shrines in Okinawa. There's a lot of, like I have some Oni masks that I'd like to take out there and leave overnight in a cemetery and bring some demons back with me. You never know. Transform, get some powers, bro.
What about you, D-Money?
Probably Tokyo.
Why?
Because I'm a big electronics person, and I know they have so much to see that
never sleep. Who needs
Yeah,
sleep?
you know, like
That's not even just Tokyo. That's just like all the major cities.
But that's
no,
hard
yeah,
to-
but
oh,
that's like yeah,
oh, the
they
city
get it
boy.
first, you know, kind
City
of thing.
boy.
Yeah.
The only reason I would want to go to Tokyo, there's two reasons. Is I want to see the Tokyo Tower,
Oh yeah, and the Tokyo Tower.
and I want to go to Akihabara.
What's
The
that?
store.
Is it a store? What kind of store?
It's a manga store.
Oh,
Dude, would you sleep in one of those like
The pods.
the pods?
yes.
No.
I feel like you have to. It's just part of the experience.
Yeah,
It's
like it's part of the culture. Like even if you don't like it, at least you tried it. You
25
know.
bucks a night. You just
Yeah.
slide in there and sleep, but you're safe. You get to lock it. It's just
Facts.
out of nowhere in the middle of the street. You just climb out in the morning, you know, wash your face and get some breakfast. I would do it.
Facts.
I would do it. You gotta do it. It's part of the. It's part of
It's
it.
part of the culture, you know. You'd be like, yeah, I did that before. You know.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I crawled in a hole.
You never know. It might be the best sleep you've ever had.
It might be.
Yeah.
I don't doubt.
I toss and turn too much.
Dude, but you're swaddled in the little pod.
Yeah.
dude.
I got mild claustrophobic. I'll freak out.
That's
you
valid.
just go straight to sleep.
So
I'm going straight to sleep.
If they're hammered, I know I can. But you know you can get out. Here's the out way. Put your hand on the door and go to sleep. I'll do it.
Yeah. Facts.
Okay, where are you going to? A washi? I know you know what a washi.
where am I going? I'm going to Osaka,
Also,
the heart of Osaka.
okay.
That's like Bourbon Street,
Okay.
but with like a touch of Italy. They have that path with the bridges and the water, and that's
Okay.
where all their food stores are. I want to go there just to
I'd
try
probably
out
end up
all
there.
their food.
Probably end up there. I wouldn't leave. I just-
That's where all the food's at.
especially if they don't close. Be like, yeah,
Here I am.
yeah.
If you haven't looked it up, look it up.
By the third day, everybody knows my name by heart.
Look it up. If you look it up, you'd be like, oh yeah, I'm going there.
But there's also like just some weird areas that I feel like are a must.
Facts.
They have that mini island of like millions of cats where the cats outnumber you.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
7-1.
They have cat cafes and stuff out there too.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I'd still have to go. I feel like you'd have to go just to be like, what's up with this?
Yeah,
Like, they
yeah.
have an island of cats.
Oh, I'd also go to Shibuya.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Just to soak in the history.
Yeah, like, you know?
Everyone here died.
Do I really
once.
feel cursed being here? You know, like.
Where's the ball? They do. They had that display there.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it's. I know they're taking down the Gundam statue. I think
Yeah.
Today.
Oh.
I think they did it today.
Mm.
Well, it's like the morning there right now, so they're going to. It's happening.
But,
It says morning right now. I think it's 1 p.m. there.
Well, fine.
I have the world clock. It is 1:10.
They just pulled the head down. Gee, Gundam. Sad. I wonder how much a shoe would be. Slide in your garage. But Food Wars. So if you were, lastly, like you're selling it because we all know it's good. We all love it. We it's an special spot in our heart. But if you were to sell this to a friend, what would you tell them? Like what?
Oof.
Why?
It
is
depends
this
on
a
who.
must-watch?
Depends on who it is.
Any friend, just any.
It just depends on who it is.
Just the
Do they
most-
like etchy shit, or do they don't? Do they like food, not etchy shit? Like,
How many friends do you have that are like, I'm a super food enthusiast. I want to see a show about food.
Not
We're
a
all-
lot.
We're all into the etsy shit, man. Come on.
I don't know. I have some friends that aren't. I tried to get my boy John Teo to fucking watch it. He's like, no. But yeah, the fucked up part is he's watched High School DxD, but he won't watch Food Wars.
He doesn't want to cook. That's usually whenever you turn one down, it's because of whatever the thing is. You're like, I can't push myself to do that.
No, it's because the etchy
I
shit.
love
He
Blue Lock.
started.
Blue Lock is dope, but like I was like, I already want to play volleyball super bad.
He's-
I can't get into soccer right now.
He just like he used to watch etchy shit, and now he's just like deterred by it. So not even the food aspect. It's just because the fan service.
It's tasty though.
All right, so let me change up the question.
Okay.
If you was trying to sell it to a friend who loves food and like watches Food War, like the actual like Food Wars on TV, not the anime.
Oh, like chopped.
Yes, like all that type of shit.
That is,
How would you get that person to watch Food Wars after seeing that first episode of which that etchy shit?
no, I mean I would say it really is like chopped though. Like that's the biggest thing I would it's they're always put in a scenario where it's them or someone else, and someone's going to get kicked out forever. And he finds a way to take the special ingredients or the cooking style and push it to the level and win. But like, I think they also teach you a lot about cooking and like the general. It's like a step above Chopped, because for me, I like watching Chopped because they show you the ingredients, they show how it's cooked, and it's like, is it good or bad? You know what I mean? Even though it was really good, they lost out to someone who put milk in their recipe and made it a little bit better. But like Food Wars, obviously going full manga, full like Japanese storytelling style. It's like, oh, he did this and now he's doing this and he cooked it for this long. Like, it's really, you really can copy down these recipes, and like, you are learning how to cook, and it's corny, but also I just feel like it's really easy to follow, and it pumps you up.
All right, how would you sell it to a food enthusiast?
Honestly,
with the
genuinely, it depends on the characteristics of that individual, because like some people just can't get past it, and if you can't get past it, it doesn't matter how good they might like it.
That's John Teo.
You know, they won't watch it. However,
but how would you sell it?
I would like, honestly, I'd be like, if you're, and it also depends if they enjoy anime, because like, if they're a newcomer to anime, that's not something I would recommend, even if I enjoy it, because like, not only are you new to anime, but for that to be like one of your first anime, like,
I
you know,
want you to be sucked in and love it.
Yeah, you know, like
monumental. Food Wars isn't that monumental.
Yeah,
like changing anime.
Yeah, like that's.
I mean, if you're a food enthusiast, it might be.
Maybe. I mean, I doubt there are people out there who it's their window way, but it's
facts.
Not to everybody.
But you know, I would just
to the pervy sages.
Yeah.
Around the world, Food Wars is the way.
Facts.
All right. Well, that's cutting it. You got any parting notes?
Parting notes.
Watch Food Wars. We can't really tell you about it. You just gotta watch it.
You gotta get a friend. Don't say anything. Just be like, watch this and watch episode 1, and you're gonna have a good laugh. By the end of season 1, though, you're gonna be like, I kind of really want to watch season 2. And then
if you can find it,
be hooked. That's the only problem. Is like, you're gonna get season 1 and 2 on this, season 3 on this, season 4 on this, season 5 on this other, and so it's really it's a battle to find it all. If all the stars align, get it, watch it, love it, but it's a good one.
What about you?
As always, 5 out of 5 stars, fully recommended.
If you like food, give us 5 stars.
Listen, if you like listening to us, give us 5 stars. You know.
Nah, if you like us, give us 1 star. But
Whoa.
if you like the content we put out, give us 5 stars.
As Reggie said, you know, power level over 5,000. You know, we deserve it. Yeah.
Nah, just like Carl says off of Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Love
my power
us.
level is none of your freaking business.
Forgive us for our shortcomings if we mispronounce or don't shout out your favorite person in some of these. I know someone out there is like, Food Wars, what are you doing? Like,
Facts.
I get it. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
It's a good watch. I really do like on the scale.
It's just hard to talk about Food
Strong
Wars.
3 because it's so goofy and silly. It's a comedy for me.
Facts.
It has that like kind of cut and dry, leveling up story base, but it's not bad, but it's not like Naruto. It's not like,
what would you rate it?
I would also give it a strong 3. Like the food itself was good. The ecchi for me is like. Some of it, as I said earlier, was kind of unnecessary. Like, if we're depending on how we are in the story, let's just continue rolling. And then besides that, like, after a while, it was basically the same thing over and over, 5 seasons.
Yeah.
Worth. So,
see,
it wasn't bad. It's just
If I had to break it down, I'd break it down into 2. So, the story, I'd give it a 4.5. For the story, but with the ecchi in it, I'd probably give it a 3 because of the comedy for it, but the story just barely brings it up.
It's hilarious. Like, I out loud laugh the whole time, every episode.
Every time they bite into the food.
And it's a good setup, and it's a good stick. I do like it a lot. Check it out. Don't be silly.
That's a wrap on the Otaku Chronicles Food Wars.